Hey, so welcome to another edition of the Ellipsis show. It's so good to be in the land of the living. One of the things that I've heard people say, it's good to be in the land of the living. And I really love that statement. It sounds poetic. Um, Very poetic way to say it's good to be alive. And one thing that if I were going to title what I want to talk about right now, I would title it What Does Death's Sting Feel Like? Or what doth? What doth death? What doth death sting feel like? Okay? What does death's sting feel like? Because the Paul said, "Death, where is your sting?" He went further. I want to focus it on that one thing because that's a question that death, where is your sting? Meaning that one of the fears that men have is the sting of death. And I watch my father. He watches a lot of westerns when he was growing up, and periodically when I go visit him, he's got westerns on. When I visit my mother, she's watching love stories. But my father's watching westerns, and they're killing each other, or they're shooting each other, and their arm is limp, or whatever it is, and that's death. And in a movie, death just means that you're going to start another movie later on. Like my father is interested in all of the Gregory Peck westerns, and I think based on my research, he did 50 westerns. So so I'm in the hunt to try to bring these to my father so that he's got those to check them out. You know what I'm saying? Because the streaming services kind of make it so that you got to have Hulu in order to check these ones out, and you got to have Netflix to check out this one. If you want to have this other one, you got to have money for Amazon Prime. So the one that he wants to watch, it's $3 on YouTube. And he's like, I'm not paying no $3. I already paid $100-something for cable, so whatever. So but he loves his westerns, and he has a need to watch those particular ones. So I'm gonna figure out a way to get him so that he can check them out for free. Because my father has blessed me; he puts money in my hand as often as he can, which is a blessing to me and enables me to do certain things that I'm working on, you know what I'm saying? Because, $20 from my father, it may not be a lot, but it's still $20 from my father. That's love. You see what I'm saying? And when my father, when I go by his house or whatever, and he'll point over there and say, look, that's $20 right there. There's a sting of joy when he hands me the $20. There's a sting of joy. So we and him, we spend all day together, and we'll watch some of his westerns. And I won't say everything that's on my mind because I'm not into westerns like that. I'm into them because I love my father's joy. But when they die, some of them go overboard. Oh, and then they die. You know what I'm saying? And we've all seen movies where people die, and TV shows where people die, and one of the best death scenes was on the Dave Chappelle show where he gets killed, and he has some funny reactions while he's dying and stuff like that. And, so we're presented on a regular basis in our media, in our art, TV shows and movies that we watch. We're presented with death a lot, and the way we look at it is we know it's an on-screen. We know that it's not real. Then, the next level is there's a whole bunch of videos of police killing unarmed civilians. And some of it does touch on race and issues of race in America, of course. But, in Charlottesville in 2016 or 17, I believe, one of the 2 years, the same time period where some of the racist people were saying Jews will not replace us, during some of that time period, there was a white person that ran down another white lady who was protesting, on behalf of equality, so to speak. And the person that drove her down was for the opposite of equality or whatever. And that lady, so she met her death, Obviously, a car running into you is going to definitely sting. At minimum, it's going to sting. So, all over the world, people are protesting the way that police have kind of went overboard in terms of their excessive force, because death is involved. Death. You can't come back from death. Does it sting when you get shot with a bullet right in your head, or right in your spine, or right in a vital organ in your heart, or something like that? The kill shot, as people who are experienced with guns talk about, the kill shot. But what does it feel like? We've had corporal punishment where you do something, or people do something, and then they given the death penalty as part of their sentence. So at some point they know how they're going to die, and they know it's going to be what's going to be, whether it's lethal injection or whether it's electric chair or whatever. What does that death feel like? And then, of course, one of the greatest examples of death was obviously Jesus, dying on the cross, and the things that he endured on the way to the cross that we read about in our Bibles. Death. What does it feel like? And I ask you that question, the listener, because I'm asking it not because I have the answer. I'm asking it because I want to know what you feel death feels like. It's a morbid topic, but I just remember that when I go to the core of why I became a Christian, why I believed in the Lord, it wasn't because somebody treated me nice. It wasn't because somebody evangelized in a nice way. I remember there was a big push. A, Jesus is coming back. No man knows the day or the hour, and you don't want to go to hell. B, what are you going to do when you die? Do you know where you're going to go when you die? Those two things, Jesus is coming back, and do you know where you're going to go when you die? Those are the two topics, or the two statements that started my time getting to know the Lord and having a relationship with the Lord over these years, and accepting Jesus as my Lord and Savior, and whatever good things, bad things, however you want to look at it. That was the beginning of my Christian walk. And to be honest with you, it wore off. The fear of where I'm going to go when I die, and the fear of Jesus coming back, those things wore off. I was 19 when I heard those messages. I was easy to make scared. I'm in my 40s now. I'm not as scared and as frightened and as jumpy as I was when I was 19, 20, 21 years old. When you bring me something to be scared, something to be scared about. You know what I'm saying? In politics, when I was 19, 20 years old, I was getting ready to vote in an election, and one of the big things that was coming across uh, uh, the media to help influence my vote, to try to influence me to vote Republican, and vote for George W. Bush. One of the messages that came is abortion. Abortion. Every life is important. Every life is important. Every life is important. Abortion, abortion. We need to stop abortion. Block abortion. Block abortion. Right? Which is, hey, I get you. And that's death. That's killing babies. The Democrats want to kill babies. You know what I'm saying? So, it influenced my vote because, life begins at conception. Stuff like that. But, now that I'm in my, when I was in my 30s, and obviously now that I'm in my 40s, we see those same people. We need to stop abortion. We need to stop abortion. They also, they don't care at all about black people being killed by police. I mean, they don't bring it up. In other words, we want to protect babies, but we don't want to protect black people from being murdered by police and fixing a system that does not look at it as murder. They look at it as, hey, that's just what's supposed to happen. Black people are evil and different. So I'm not as jumpy and afraid about abortion, because if all lives do actually matter, then my black life and those black people who were killed at the hands of police would be, they would be cared about too, like those unborn babies that don't have a voice. Guess what? People who are being killed by police, we do have a voice. Black people do have a voice. And if you just listen to you want to be the voice of the voiceless, guess what? All you have to do is amplify and listen to the voice of those who do have a voice. And those people, when I saw that, to me, that's hypocritical. To me, that shows that political agenda does not include my best interest. They want me to vote what they feel is good or important, but they don't want to work on things that I feel is important. So now I'm not as persuaded. And let me go one step further. We all revere, or many of those same people revere, Jesus and wear a cross around their neck, or go to churches where Jesus and his death and burial, resurrection, all that type of stuff. Guess what? The people that are being killed by police, brutalized by them, they are more like Jesus than those people who act like they're more like Jesus and ignore issues like that. So I got a whole different viewpoint than I did when I was 19, 20, 21 years old, when it was easy to tell me, you need to vote this way because of... You know what I'm saying? So I'm posing the question, what does death feel like? Because I want to know what you think. I think I have an example of what death feels like for a believer who, as they say, as we, I'm putting it together. I'm not, I'm not sick at all right now. I'm not in any danger. I'm not planning on, killing myself or anything like that. I'm having a very good life experience. I love my life. But obviously the curiosity about what death feels like, it's there. I'm 45 and, my father, he's 68, and, as much as he wants to live, he's confronted with his mortality just like I am, but he's more confronted with it than I am because, you know, you're 60, he's 68, and you know, you're up in age. I mean, not to say that he can't live till 90, which means he's got at least with a 70 to 80, 80 to 90. He could have another 22 years, which is a whole bunch of time. That's 22 years. That's enough time for somebody to become born and go through high school. He could have a whole 22 years left or more. Or he could only have 22 minutes left. You know? And I believe that my father tries to live like he has much more time. I believe my father functions right now. I believe he functions like he has about 10 years left. You know, 5 to 10. I'm not saying that's what he has, and I'm not saying that's what he exactly does. But when I look at my father, he doesn't possess I gotta go to church. I gotta, oh, Jesus coming back. He doesn't possess that same level of frantic fear, zeal without knowledge that I possessed when I was 18, 19, 20, well, when I was 19, 20, 21. But he doesn't live reckless like somebody who feels they're going to live forever, like someone who might be in their 20s and, you know, doing all manner of things that would be reckless, bungee jumping, or, you know, I'm going to live forever. I'm going to live for whatever. So, thrill seekers, rather, which is nothing wrong with thrill seekers. I'm just saying. So, I have a concept about death and what it feels like for a believer where it says to be absent from the Lord, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. There's some people who know that scripture, you know, and what is death? Where is your sting? You know, what does it feel like? Jesus gave up the ghost after he took all of those blows from the Roman soldiers and the whippings and all that type of stuff and the crown of thorns and stuff like that, and after hanging on the cross for numerous hours. And when they took you know, some type of sword or some type of sharp object and stabbed it in his side, you know, Jesus gave up the ghost during, you know, I think one of them was going to break his legs, and maybe somebody said don't break his legs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, you know, wow, is all I can say. Death, when I was a kid, I think I was like 16 years old, and a buddy of mine, he had rented this movie called Faces of Death, and it's kind of it's a documentaries of sorts showing various scenarios where accidental deaths happen. A car, you know, somebody's working underneath the car and the jack breaks and wham, slams on the person dies. You know, a person is doing a magic trick with a tiger and wham, the tiger bites his head off, or, you know, just all types of craziness. You know, just, I'm 16 and I'm looking at this, and it's you know, it's gory, and of course we got horror films, and horror it capitalizes on that fear, that anxiety. It kind of it gives you pleasure. It gives you pleasure to watch scary things or watch gory, you know, killings that are brutal killings and stuff like that. So, I mean, death is like a big deal in our society. And my question is, what does it feel like for a Christian that is a believer like me, or a believer like you that's listening? What does death feel like? I don't know. And again, I came up with an example of something that happened in my life. And repeatedly that stays on my mind as a possibility of what it feels like. I don't know if I would say Holy Spirit is showing me this is the way it feels. I don't think I would say that out loud. By myself, I might say that Holy Spirit is showing me I might say that within myself or by myself. But I kind of feel at the very, very least, it's an idea that I had. Okay? That's the most that I would admit. It's an idea that I have. And the idea that I have is that I had a bunch of stuff in storage. And I got the most important stuff. It's out of storage. But the rest of the stuff that I had in storage, it's valuable to me. But I was holding on to it because there's sentimental things in there. There's stuff that, if I were in a better financial position at the time, then I would put that stuff I would utilize the stuff. I had everything I had in there was important to me. Somebody else might look at it like I was, it was junk, but it was important stuff. I had my grill in there. I had my shelving in there, several shelves that, some of them I built. These are my shelves, you know what I'm saying? And I had racks in there, I had tables, I had desks. I had stuff that was very important to me that, once I came upon the billions and billions of dollars that I believe I'm supposed to have with, with my productivity and my level of skill and all that and how talented I am, that I'll be able to get stuff. But I also know that I can always buy new stuff. So anyway, the point is that there was a 3-month period where I didn't have the money at all, nor did I have the desire to beg anybody for the money. So I had to let my storage get let the sale go through, and they, take my storage and all my belongings. And there was nothing I could really do about it. I just had to sit back and let it happen. Meanwhile, living out the rest of my life. I think about my storage, and it hurts a little bit, but it doesn't sting like if I had some of the stuff that I have in my house, if I would have left that in the storage, it would have stung so much that I would have moved heaven and earth to try to get the money to pay the storage. But because, everything I got in the house, mainly I can survive for the next 5 years with the stuff I got. That other stuff, I can always buy another grill. I can always buy some more shelves. I know how to acquire that stuff. And, money is not a big deal to obtain. So as much as it hurt my heart, I mourned my belongings. I mourned my belongings almost as equal to mourning a friend that wasn't close. Like if I lost my son or my daughter, if I lost my girlfriend, or if I lost my ex-wife, or if I lost my father or mother, all of these people, I would be much more sad than my storage. But Michael Jackson died. One day Paul McCartney is gonna die. My storage being lost is higher than that on my personal list. Not saying that Michael Jackson or Paul McCartney are two people that I don't like. I do enjoy their music and stuff like that, or I enjoy them. But, hopefully I painted the picture well enough. So I do think about, and I might listen to a Michael Jackson song. And I do prepare my heart for a Paul McCartney death. He's older than me, and I'm assuming that he's probably going to die before me. Possible. Paul McCartney is not going to mourn my death. Because there's Naomi. Michael Jackson has no idea that Matthew Ellipsis exists. You know what I'm saying? So my storage, the items in my storage, the people who got my items, they're very happy because all that stuff is valuable stuff. It was valuable to me, and they will find it valuable and do something with it and enjoy their lives with my stuff. And to a degree, that's what happens when you die. You know, as I wrote in the song, when you die, people pick over your remains, go through your items, and hey, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And so by me experiencing it while I was alive in my 40s, losing my storage, I had a 10 by 30, so there's a lot of stuff in there. It hurt. It hurt. It hurt. But I move on. And I believe that it was one day on the calendar. I knew that was the day that the sale would go through and that I could not get my stuff back. I didn't cry. I was sad about it. And I kind of went by myself in my room and just kind of closed my door and just kind of, made myself think of other things. And in between watching videos and taking a nap or whatever, I thought about my storage and, and nothing in the storage makes me feel like, oh my God, I've lost everything. Nothing feels that way in that storage. That is what I'm saying. I don't, if death feels like that, if when I die, it's just a day on the calendar that I become present with the Lord, because my life is still good. My life was good before I lost my storage, and my life is good now after. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fine. There's no, whatever. No bad vibes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that that's a possibility. It was the same thing when I had my foreclosure. I didn't want my building to be gone, but I had a foreclosure, and I didn't go to court for that foreclosure. I let what happened happen. But I knew that particular day, and I went to work, and I just knew that was the day I had to work. Nobody knew anything about it. But in my heart, I mourned that place. And there are times when whenever I'm in Chicago, I try to make it a point, if I can, to just drive past the front, maybe drive past the back, just as a memory. I haven't done that with my storage. I drive past that storage location all the time. I don't go and look at the storage unit anymore because I know they cut my lock and all my stuff is gone. So I would like to know from you, listener, if you hear this, what does death feel like? What do you think death feels like? I would love to know what you think. So it's m3dots.com is the website, and you'll be able to send me that on the website, or you can send me an email, m3dots@yahoo.com. I'm Matt Ellipsis on Facebook, so however you get to me there is another way too. Anyway, bless you. Thank you for listening. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came Naomi and dried up all the rain. So the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again, again, again. What are you looking at? Ah. Oh, did you start snoring? Oh. Go to sleep. Wake up. Go to sleep. Wake up. Go to sleep. I didn't say wake up. Okay, wake up. I didn't say go to sleep. I didn't say wake up. Go to sleep.
Hey.
Hey, look, you have a cat on your chest.
Yeah.
Does this cat look?
No.
I crushed the cat. I crushed the cat.
Leave the cat alone.
I crushed the cat.
No, leave the cat alone.
Which one do you like more? Do you like dogs or cats better?
Cat.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You like cats better than dogs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they do. What was that?
What was what?
What was that?
You talking about you spitting in my face? What was that?
Yeah.
That was you spitting in my face. That's what that was. Baby. What are you doing? Are you, girl? Get off me. Get. I'm done. Get out of here. Get. Get out. I said get. Get. Baby, what are you doing with spit? Stop. Oh, you gonna do it anyway, huh? Are you trying to get in trouble? All right. Better watch yourself now. You need to watch yourself. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Happy birthday, Nathan. 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 Happy birthday, Nathan.
Okay, let's dance. Now freeze. Don't move. Let's go. And freeze. Be very, very still. Let's dance. And freeze. Here it goes. Okay, let's dance. We're really silly. Come on. Yeah. Woo! That was fun. Now
Happy birthday, Nathan. You gonna say happy birthday to Nathan? Here, hold him up, say happy birthday to Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. No, what's his voice? How's his voice go? Happy birthday, Nathan.
Goodbye. Happy birthday, Nathan. Oh, skip it. Happy birthday, Nathan.
No.
Happy birthday, Nathan.
Daddy.
Happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday to you today.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Nathan.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Nathan. 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 Have a great day. Happy birthday, Nathan. Be cool. Hey! You want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you do it. You got to hold it up. No. Happy birthday, Nathan. 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 Oh, happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. Happy birthday, Nathan. Hopefully you have a great day.